Tonight we're going to talk about social media, and it's a conversation tonight. We're going to talk about how I got started on social media, how it has in many ways transformed our practice. Let me introduce Alex Rivas. You were just
I was just Snapchatting. Yeah, I Snapchatted live.
Isn't this crazy
so
stuff?
Everyone could see.
Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Do we have time to work?
You think?
Yeah, right. Well, we got to do this after work.
This is work.
Yeah, this is your work,
This
right?
is my work.
I guess this is my work too. Yeah, right.
Who told you about Snapchat?
I learned about Snapchat from my daughter. So long and short of it is, in the summer of 2015, about 2 years ago, towards the end, I went and partnered with Dr. Miami, and we've been going strong on Snapchat since. So we've really been about 2 years. Instagram stories came up while Snapchat, to try and take over Snapchat, maybe they will. And now we're here on Facebook Live. But I heard about it originally from my daughter. When we're able to get patients more excited about what we do, learn about who we are, about our personalities, and maybe make some selections there. If you're watching now, you'll make some judgment. You know, this guy's cool. I like him. He's down to earth. He's describing things in a way that makes sense to me. Or he's not. I don't like the way he smiles. I don't like guys that have beards. I don't like guys for certain, whatever it is. And that's great too. But you get to learn a little bit about us.
Did it take a while for you to get used to being in front of the camera and really explaining everything you're doing?
I think not a long time, no. But I mean, of course, you don't always know what to do, and I think that's the beauty of it, is just kind of be yourself and do what you think is helpful that someone might want to see or might not. I mean, a lot of times I'll show personal things or family or us having fun around here. Love to have our staff participate as well. So it's definitely not all serious. It's more about learning who we are, what we enjoy. Everyone has different interests, and so we share interests with others. We also really like to show that self-improvement journey that our staff is on.
Is it just marketing?
Is it just marketing? A year ago, that was a question that much of plastic surgery was asking. This is taken off like crazy in the world. Social media, Snapchat, and it's all marketing. Why are these doctors doing that? Is it ethical? Is it appropriate? I actually don't hear that question as much anymore, but it is a great question from the standpoint of what it is we're doing. So yes, it is marketing. And what we're doing tonight, I am marketing to you in some way, but more I'm working to be transparent and educational. And so again, how do you pick a plastic surgeon? How do you pick an accountant or an attorney for that matter? It's not easy. And so this is information for you to learn more about the process, learn more about me and our practice, and learn a lot more about the procedures, options, and what it's really like to go through a plastic surgery procedure.
To come here, do you have to be like, yes, I'm down to show everything on Snapchat? Of
course not. And so, great question though, because it's about privacy, it's about consent, it's about a mature adult decision. So all of those things are very important. It's 100% optional. The patient today who's actually from out of state followed us on Snapchat religiously, asked all kinds of questions, and did not want to be on Snapchat. That's perfectly fine. We've seen, however, that patients many times would be actually pretty frustrated if we did not put their surgery on Snapchat, because the patient and their caretaker have been following, they're expecting to see it, and that way they feel better in the reception area when their loved one is under anesthesia, because they're able to follow along a little bit. They know, and they come in, honey, you look great. Huh? What? I'm just waking up. Because they already know. They're already telling me, Doc, I saw what's going on. Of course, it's obvious. As everyone knows that follows, those aren't the results. So those are the on-table results. But that is what we are able to do.
Pros and cons of social media, though. You know, we're talking about how it's educating patients, and that's all really good, but there's also some cons to it. Like, you know, I've seen patients come in with photoshopped wish pics, and they may not acknowledge that they're photoshopped, or they don't know that they're photoshopped. But it's all these Instagram models or whoever posting these photoshopped pictures. Is social media creating unrealistic expectations?
Yes. I need to do a better job of, when patients show up to me saying, hey, would you mind if I grab my phone and we snap this? I'd say, this is unrealistic. This is, Photoshop, whatever. This is a regular part of what I do on a day-to-day basis, because I ask people to bring in wish pictures, particularly if you're doing shaping, let's say fat grafting the buttock, etc., to learn that we're on the same page. And and I say, great, I love that picture. You know what? Rib cage of that person is ridiculously 12 inches of a waist. Your rib cage is not that. And for your tissues, if there's dimples, if there's cellulite, that person doesn't have any. You're likely to have some of those afterwards. So it's a great way to use that as a teaching tool. I think it's good from the way we approach social media, which is just face that head on for what it is. There's not perfection. We're not going to give you different tissues. Now, we can make some amazing transformations. There's a lot that we can do, and so that's what we embrace. But there's something that we can't do. I embrace that too and say, yeah, that isn't something that we can do.
So has it become less taboo? Like, are more people open to talking about plastic surgery since we're showing it on social media?
I do think that social media has crossed that bridge, and so it's opened up it's peeled off the layers, and you see us behind the scenes, you see us in the operating room, and it's not a reality show, it's not a producer standing in the corner and going back to their Hollywood studios and editing it. It's me, and it's one person standing behind me, and I'm saying, hey, we've got a few moments. It's a quiet point in the surgery where I'm not having to focus on exactly this one precise thing. Please shoot this right here. Plastic surgeons are probably the last really to jump on board with social media. And initially there was definitely some blowback and pushback by the plastic surgery community saying, well, you shouldn't do this for whatever reason. And they just resisted the presence of social media. I actually don't hear that anymore. In fact, at our meetings now, there's more and more talks about social media. I'm giving a talk in Las Vegas at a large multidisciplinary meeting next month, actually like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. All right, well, winding it down for Alex and myself, thanks for joining us. I'm Nick Slenkovich. Enjoy your journey. I don't know, what else do we have to say? Say goodnight.
Good night. Thanks for tuning in. Keep engaging with us and sending us your questions.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll answer your comments that you send in afterwards. Thank you, Dan, who's standing and helping with the cameras, and Clayton,
Clayton.
Clayton and Austin. So there's a big crew here.
Takes a village.
It takes a village. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. Good night.